Good morning, y'all, and welcome to Apron Strings and to my garden. I've stepped right outside the back door to let y'all know where we're going and what we're doing. So I'm fixing to get behind the camera and just walk around and give y'all a tour, and then I'm going to run inside and get it uploaded where y'all can see what everything looks like. I'm blessed. Everything's growing pretty, and I've got little bitty, I've already picked a few little bitty tomatoes, and my squash are blooming, and I'm excited. So let me share with y'all what I've been doing when I wasn't online. When you walk out the back door, this is what I look at. I've got some green stalks growing here with vegetables in them, green onions that I planted the bottoms of them, and they've grown up, and I just clip them and use what I need. Lots of 4 o'clocks. When they pop up everywhere, I just pick them up and put them in another container and have another pot of 4 o'clocks. I have rooted some rows of Sharon or Althea, whatever you want to call it, here. I'm just going to try to walk slow and let y'all see what I've done. I've got little pretty stuff sitting down here. My variegated ginger is coming back from freezing. My lemongrass is coming back really well. That's a tomato plant. Inside my tomato plants, I generally have basil, marigold, and alyssum, which helps with the tomato hornworms and the bugs. There's my big blue feet, and they've got some 4 o'clocks coming up in them. And then I want to get back over here because I want y'all to see. Well, I'll do it this way. There's my big boot with some fern sitting down in it. Foxtail fern that I just love. Some more Texas stuff. You know I love my Texas. This is dill in the middle, and on the outside is cucumbers that'll grow up that little trellis that I got at the end of season last year for nearly nothing at Walmart. And see, in the middle of all these pots that go all the way around here, 4 o'clocks have seeded themselves. So from this big thing of 4 o'clocks here, so it'll be pretty and blooming. I've got some more plants down here that bloom. And then I'll come here. This one is, everything hadn't come up in it yet, but it's got a few things in it. I'll turn it around a little bit. These over here, there's another tomato plant, and see it's got a lot of blooms already on it. Blooms here. This is a cherry tomato. These are potatoes. That's potatoes right over there in that bed. And then this bed that you can see has the empty down the middle. Coons and possums were getting in there, and they rooted up the tomatoes out of that one. On the edge on one side is acorn squash, and on the other side over there is purple beauty bell peppers. I've never grown them, but I'm going to try. And every year in the same spot, I put an African blue basil. That cannot be grown by seed. It has to be propagated, and it brings in lots of, it'll get huge, and it brings in the bees and butterflies. Inside this trellis, I have cucumbers growing on the other side, and cucumbers right down here. I've got Swiss chard on the left-hand end, and I've got kale, dinosaur kale on this end. And then I'll go over there in a minute and it'll be clearer, but over there I've got 5 long beds of Italian green beans. These green stalks that you can see, you can't really see the green stalks. Well, there's 5 of them, and they're full of contender green beans, and they did very well last year. I had a great harvest. Something's wrong with my camera. It's going off and on. Curry plant, pesto basil, I've never heard of. It smells differently. And then just some more flowers that I've got. Another trellis with cucumbers. It has nasturtiums, bell peppers in it. More flowers around. I've got stevia growing right there. This one is stevia. In this bed is just spearmint. I want it to fill the bed. And then we've already seen the potatoes. This green stalk is full of collard greens, and I know they're too thick, but I'm going to thin them, but I want to see how they do in there. Then you get a good view from here of all of the green stalks full of green, contender green beans. I have another green stalk here with herbs and flowers in it. It has kale on the top. It has chives, flowers. I don't know what else planted in there. I'd have to go look at the little things, but Swiss charts coming up in the bottom. This bed has tomatoes in it. These are Celebrity that we've grown every year, and they do great. And they are close together, but I did them like this last year and had a great harvest, so I'm okay with that. Some more flowers that I've just got pots of flowers just so I'll have color out here. It's the same potatoes. This is yellow and zucchini squash. Isn't it pretty? Got blooms on it. Y'all can see the yellow blooms in there. And then on that end is okra. And then my Peggy Morton rose is just showing out for me. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Then I've got a bed that you can see over there with, it's full of sun gold tomatoes. And I raised those from seed myself. Let me get around the green beans and show you. These are my sun gold tomatoes. And they're not blooming yet, but they're growing well. And they're planted in mushroom compost, and I just love the mushroom compost. That's another little pot of 4 o'clocks. This is another African blue basil, and these are pieces where I've pruned the bottom of my tomato plants and just stuck them down in there to root and make me some more tomatoes. You get another view of my green stalks with the green beans in them, and they're blooming really well. This is cantaloupes on one side, watermelons on the other. I've never grown them. Troy used to grow them. I'm just going to see how they turn out. And this is the 5 birdie beds. I ordered them from Epic Gardening, and they're full of the flat Italian green beans. I've never grown those, but they are looking beautiful, and I'm going to let y'all know how they turn out. In this little decorative birdhouse here, I have a bluebird nest. I'm so excited. I had no idea they'd make a nest in there. Then in this big pot, I have cucumbers on this side to grow up that trellis, and then I have a tomato plant, and I've actually eaten tomatoes off of it already. And right down there, can you see the little tomatoes? Right in there. Bunches of them already. They were good. That's sun gold. Another bunch of my 4 o'clocks, and then this is the dinosaur kale from this side over here, and you can see how the cucumbers are getting ready to start going up the trellis. This bed has spaghetti squash on this end right down here. Then I've got nasturtiums along there to go across just to be pretty on the other end. See if I can bring it up. I've got carrots. That's carrots down there. I've never grown carrots. I'm going to see how they turn out. Then I've got all kinds of pepper plants here. I've got 2 eggplants on this side, which is what I did last spring, and I got all the eggplants I needed off of 2 plants. And this is all kinds of pepper plants in here. Then along this trellis, I've got yard-long beans on each side to grow. I've got a pepper here that's called a ghost pepper, and I'm sure it's hot as blazes. I've got basil in here. I've got serrano. I've got, no, this is just serrano peppers here. Okay. This is to look pretty, but it's also got thyme in the middle, and it has lemon balm on the bottom, and just some nasturtiums to go up this trellis on the top layer here. Some more 4 o'clocks. This is peppers, thyme balm, and jalapenos. This is beets, and they're looking pretty good. I haven't grown beets before, so that's something new for me. And this is some more peppers, pepperoncini, and I grew those and canned them, and they're better than the bought ones. I got Big Bertha, green bell peppers, some basil. Most of this is bell peppers. This one is Tabasco, bird's eye. I don't remember what all is in here. A big bell pepper, the mammoth, huge jalapenos. The same here. These are jalapenos. The one with the bird with the yard-long beans on this side to go up the trellis. This is also jalapenos over here, and I do have some on here. I'm waiting for them to get a little bigger. That one has one on it. I mean, they're doing wonderful. So from here, I'll give y'all a little view around of my happy place. Hours of work and pure joy. Now I'm going to show y'all, I've worked down the back of the house and done some stuff, so I'm going to go over there and show y'all that. I've got flower seed planted in these baskets. I have vinca, two of them, and English daisy in one. And then I've come and y'all, I hauled every one of these landscape blocks myself. Hauled by a wagon the soil that's in the bottom, and I've worked hard back here. I've got pink 4 o'clocks planted in that tub there. They're coming up. Rosemary. Lemon balm is in that galvanized tub. I've got the fishtail ferns, or whatever it is you call them. I think that's what they're called. Holly ferns. Those are holly ferns. Some more holly ferns here, and then my patio is down there. I have a hammock. This is at the other end of my house. I'll show y'all. This is my grills, my pizza maker, my big green eggs, and then the gas grill, and then just my swing and the door that goes to the patio. Okay, I'm just walking back up the back of the sunroom toward my garden. And there's more on the other side that I'm going to show y'all that I've done. This is down the back of the sewing room, that variegated ginger and ferns. I want to put stuff back here that'll come back every year, and I won't be killing myself out here replanting. This is our sitting area, and that table I didn't get it wiped off, and its cloth is inside. But we have plenty of room to come out here and eat and entertain and have fun. And then I've got these string lights back and forth all up here at night. It's like a park out here. I'm rooting some of my Peggy Martin, and also there's chocolate mint in there. Then I just set pots down in these chairs, and I've got peppers. That's jalapenos, basil, more basil, and more jalapenos. Another jalapeno, some dill, some basil, rosemary, and some mint. And then this is tomato plants, Goliath tomato plants that I grew from seed. I'm hoping they do well. And this is pretty shady here. I'm going to see how it does. But the plants that you can see growing the little bitty, that's sunflowers and zinnias. And then I have several rows here of tomatoes, 2 rows. And then on the outside on the trellis, which I've grown every year, that's Malabar spinach in there. Right here, all along here is a celebrity and I think one or two Cherokee purples. Over here along the chicken pen, I have another bed that we configured to the 2x8 or 10, whatever it is. And I have dill, basil, rosemary, squash, alyssum, all in here. You know, it gets plenty of sun, so we'll see how it does. And look here, plants are pretty small, but I've got good blooms already on them. And then the little ladies in there are wanting to talk. Got some rosemary coming, not rosemary, marigolds coming up there. This is another lemongrass that's coming back. And then all of this in front of the chicken pen is zinnias and sunflowers. And they're looking pretty good. They're coming up pretty good. That's a coral vine over there. And then in all of these pots are tomatoes. Of course, that's another 4 o'clock. Just tomatoes that I put in pots here. And they're looking good. These are Cherokee purple. Then in the little pots down here, I planted some yarrow. It hasn't sprouted yet, so I don't know if my seed are too old or what, but we'll see. It's supposed to help with some kind of bugs, so I'm just doing what I read that says it helps. Tomatoes, marigolds, and this is a work in progress in this corner back here. But right here to the left of the chicken gate, I've got some more zinnias planted. And I think probably some sunflowers. And then over here, along this fence of the chicken pen, this is Mexican hydrangeas, which they grow and multiply by roots under the ground. You can just pull them up. See, they're everywhere. But in there, I planted sunflowers along the fence, and I've got zinnias out in front. So I'm going to bring y'all back when this all starts growing and blooming. It's going to be beautiful. There's my chicken house. And here's how this looks from this side. I am well acquainted with that shovel and that wagon. I have shoveled soil into it and bring it in here and shovel it out. And I've also used it to shovel tons of this pea gravel that I still have a pile here to put it around in my garden trails where I need it. This is more zinnias. And then over here is where I go into my greenhouse. These plants right here are, I hope y'all can see, it's like the light's not doing right. These are ruella. They root under the ground and multiply, and when you get them, you can't get rid of them, but that's okay. This is a fig tree. I have an orange tree here. This is orange. This is lemon in the pot. Another fig tree. I have onion. This is garlic chives. That's another lemon tree. And then that's jasmine vine that I'm going to plant on both sides of this gate and have it run on the fence, and then y'all can see that's my greenhouse inside the gate. This is the back of the sitting area. I can't explain it, but anyway, this is ginger and it's coming back. It comes back every year and it will grow up and make a beautiful green hedge around behind this area where we sit. And these taller green trees are elderberry trees, and they root under the ground too. So I've got a lot of elderberry that I didn't even plant, but they do. I've got berries in the freezer, and after I pick this year's crop, I'm going to make some elderberry syrup. On my way back in the house now. This is the back of the sewing room. I've got little benches all around because I get tired. Oh, did I show y'all my rabbit family? they're having a lesson. I don't know what's in that book, but they're having a little lesson there. Very, very thankful for my garden, I'm telling you. Okay, y'all, we're back where we started from at the back door on the sunroom. So I'm going to run inside and see if I can get this uploaded. And I hope it's not too chopped up from here to there. I hope y'all can get the big picture and see my happy place. Until next time, the good Lord bless and keep y'all. Bless you real good. And I'll be thinking up something else to do a video for this week. I'll see y'all soon.